What's going on, you guys? Mr. Money1235 here again, back for another album review. Finally getting back to it. Disclosure. Settle. Now, once again, I heard of this album from The Needle Drop. He reviewed it, and I went and checked it out, and honestly, this album just hit me. It seems like every single year since I've started taking YouTube seriously, there's been some electronic album that just comes along, catches my attention, and becomes one of my favorite things that I hear out of that year. 2011, it was Rusty. 2012, it was Lone. And we might have a new contender up here with Disclosure. One of the things that stood out to me the most in this was the production. The production kind of reminded me a whole lot of that Nicholas Jar album from a few years back. I actually heard some sounds in this album that kind of reminded me of the sounds that you heard on that. But nevertheless, after the intro, this album begins on a song When a Fire Starts to Burn, which is just a repetitive vocal line, with a whole lot of electronic sounds coming in the background. This song is a little repetitive, but I never feel myself getting really bored of it. But I can also understand how some people would. After that, we go into a song called Latch. I really love the soulful vocals on this song. The vocals sound really nice on here. I really think they're catchy. I think they sound good. I think they go good with the music that's being presented on this track. Then the next song, F For You. This is possibly my favorite song of the album because I really love the catchiness of this song. Almost like all of these songs, it has another really repetitive vocal line, but at the same time, what he's singing just gets stuck in your head and you'll be walking around singing it yourself. I know I still am. Then the track White Noise, I really love the woman's vocals on this thing. There's a whole lot of collaborators coming in on this album. I really like her voice. I think her voice matches the music really well. They really did a good job in picking things that just kind of fit. I feel like all of these artists that are on here just kind of go well with the electronic music being presented on this album. There's a few songs on here though that I just don't find that memorable at all. This is one of those albums where I feel like the first half of the album is better than the second half, though the second half does have some highlights for me, namely the tracks Grab Her and You and Me. Some people could say that the beats on this album sound a little bit generic and overdone. I can definitely see why some people would have some gripe with this album, basically. But honestly, it's a really fun listen. If you just kind of enjoy the music and just stop thinking, you can really find a whole lot of things to like about this album. Even if you don't enjoy the whole thing, I guarantee that you'll find something on here that you'd really like. Mr. Money1235, I'll see you guys later.